Hello and welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles. Today I'm doing my October wrap up. So I'm not going to talk about any of the things that I read for Black Halloween because that is all included in my Black Halloween vlog, which I will have linked for you in the cards and in the description. I will tell you what I read and what I rated them, what prompt they were for, but otherwise if you want more of my thoughts, check out that vlog. So first, I did end up finishing a book still in September, but after I'd done my September wrap up, and that was I Think I Might Want You by Christina C. Jones. This is the final book in the Love Sisters trilogy. I have a series review of that, so that will also be linked for you. But in that last one, we're following, I think her name is Gemma. The last sister is an author. She just released a book. She also travels, and she met a guy in Cuba once. They had a fling, and then they end up crossing paths later on. It was cute. I enjoyed it, and I rated it 4.25 stars. Then the first book that I actually finished in October was Booe'd Up by Daniel Allen. This one was really cute. I believe it's part of her Hot Holiday Hookup series, which I'm definitely planning to read more of. But in this one, we're following a girl who goes back to her hometown for the holidays. It's also her childhood best friend's birthday on Halloween. But while she's there, she ends up meeting this guy, and they hook up. It was cute. 4.5 stars. It's just very quick read, so if you're looking for something short and cute but Halloween themed, I recommend. My monthly buddy read with Robin for October was Mexican Gothic. We listened to this on our way to and from the cabin when we met up with some other booktubers, and we were able to finish it in that time, which was good. I rated this 3 stars. I think that Gothic horror is just not my thing, and that's okay. This is the first book that I've ever read by Sylvia Moreno Garcia, and I don't think I'm going to read anything else by her anytime soon, though. In this, we're following Noemi, who gets a strange letter from her cousin, and so Noemi's father sends her to go check on her cousin and see what's going on. While she's there, she realizes that the family that her cousin married into is very weird. Something shady is happening, and she's trying to figure out what's really going on. It was definitely creepy. I honestly didn't know what to expect most of the time, and a lot of the things were just kind of disturbing, which I think was the point. So if you like Gothic horror, you'd probably like it. I personally don't, so it was just okay. Moving on to my reads for Black Halloween-a-thon. First was The Living Blood by Tana Reed Dew. This is the second book in the African Immortal series. I enjoyed this one, rated it 4 stars. That was for the Murder with Multiple POVs prompt. Then I read Nana by Brandon Massey. I rated this one 3.5 stars. I liked it. It was creepy as hell and very disturbing. So if that's your vibe, you should definitely read that one. I think that one was for Of the Night vibes. I attempted to read Jigsaw Man, but I had the audio and I just wasn't paying attention to it. I kept spacing out. That one was just going to be a bonus, but I didn't end up finishing it. And then lastly, I read Like a Sister by Kelly Garrett. This one was for my free space, and I like this one. I rated it 3.75 stars, and I am also interested in reading her newest release, so hopefully I continue to like more of her work. Then I read Arca by G.R. McAllister. This is the second book in the 5 Queendom series, the first of which is Scorpica. I rated Scorpica 5 stars. This one I rated 3 stars. I found it very fucking boring, to be totally honest. But I am going to continue the series because I do think that it has the potential to get better. In the first book, we are following different members of the 5 Queendoms as they're going through what is called the Drought of Girls. This is causing a lot of fear and succession issues because who's going to lead the queendom if you don't have any queens? This one picks up pretty much right after the end of the first book, and I thought that it was going to be just as exciting and fast-paced and surprising, and it wasn't. And I think my biggest disappointment is that when we were in Arca specifically, those scenes were the most boring. There were some things that happened at the end that piqued my interest, and I will definitely continue, but if I don't like the third book, I'm gonna have to DNF the series. Then I read Heir of Flames by Asia Monet. This is the first book in the Cartel Element series, and this was a fun one. Heather started reading this and was like, Ray, you're gonna hate the male main character. And so I started reading it and I was like, I don't hate him actually. Low-key, I kind of love him, but also I'm just laughing at him because he's ridiculous. So in this, we are following Adrian and Kiara. Kiara just opened up her dream restaurant. However, she finds out that the previous owner was in debt to the cartel, and so she has to take on that debt. However, he doesn't want her money. He just wants to spend time with her, and she's like, you are out of your fucking mind. And he absolutely is. And it was a fun time. I rated it 4.5 stars. I did talk to the author because I found this on TikTok. She was looking for beta and ARC readers, and I hopefully will get an ARC of book 2. Then I read Sugar Sugar by Lady Marie. This is an age gap romance about a sugar baby, and I really enjoyed it. It's very quick and very cute. This is the first thing that I've ever read by Lady Marie, and now I'm ready to read all of her stuff because I really enjoyed this one. It was very well written. I like the characters, I like the situation, and yeah, I'm really excited to read more by her. So if you have not yet read it, highly recommend. It is available on Kindle Unlimited. Then Robin and I read Animal 3. This was supposed to be a buddy read with a couple more friends, but we got tired of waiting, so we didn't. Our plan is to just finish the series by the end of the year, so that's very likely to happen. I rated this one 4 stars. I can't say too much because it's the third in the series, but in the first book we're following friends of Animal who believe that he was killed. He was injured, he took some time off, and then he sort of re-enters the scene when his girlfriend gets shot. This is a streetlit series, and you absolutely have to listen to the audiobooks because they have sound effects, and it just enhances the experience all the way around. This is one of the best series I have read so far, and I'm loving it. I cannot wait to complete it. Then I read Hostile Takeover by CCJ. This is the first book in a new series. I believe it's called Blackwood Billions, and in this one we're following Nalani. She's a part of her family's business, and her father sold the business and didn't tell her, and in order to get it back she is forced into an arranged marriage with an industry competitor. I liked this one. I wanted to read it because it was giving me similar vibes to Heir of Flames. However, I rated this one 3.75 stars. This is the lowest that I've ever rated anything by CCJ, and that's not a bad thing. It's like a low 4 for me, but I realized after talking to Heather that I don't like alpha holes, and that is what the male main character is, and so that's why I didn't love it as much. I am still going to continue the series whenever the next one comes out because I'm really excited to see how it goes. I also think I know which couple we might end up following next, so even though I didn't love it as much as I loved her other stuff, it was still a really good read, and if you do like alpha holes, then it's definitely going to be for you. Lastly, I read Take a Chance by Mieko May. This is available on Kindle Unlimited. It was a random download. In this, we're following Cassandra. She had a trip to Mexico planned with her sister, but her sister got the flu, and her sister was like, well, you still have to take the trip, you need a break, take some time, whatever, just enjoy yourself. So she goes and she runs into a classmate from high school. They have not seen each other in over a decade, and he has always had a crush on her. So he's kind of like, what are the chances that we both end up here? Let's see how this goes. It's very cute. I really liked it, and I rated it 5 stars. So those are all the books that I read in October. Let me know if you have read any of these or if they are on your TBR. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you in the next video.